Every tool ever created solves a problem. So what problem does compression solve? Compression is a powerful tool that actually solves 3 major problems for producers and mixing engineers. And once you understand these 3, you'll finally hear why your mixes sound off, even when everything is technically right.
Came a long way, but I got so far to go.
Problem number 1, inconsistency. Let's say that you have a great vocal take, but some words are too quiet. So you turn it up and this happens. So then you turn it back down and this happens.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Can you say that again?
That constant adjustment leads to a very common frustration. Your vocals get lost in the mix, or you clip the signal completely. When I first started mixing, this drove me crazy. I remember literally riding the fader up and down like I was a DJ on every single syllable. The solution. Compression acts like a super fast automatic volume fader. It turns down the peaks that are too loud and lifts up the quiet parts so that every word is heard clearly, from the softest whisper to the loudest shout, so that you don't have to ride the fader up and down manually 100 times. It takes an inconsistent waveform and makes it consistent, a process known as dynamic control. And this right here is why every professional vocal you've ever heard sounds effortless. It's not just the mic, it's the compression. Problem number 2, lifeless and boring tracks. Now, let's say that your drums sound great solo, but inside the entirety of a full mix, it gets lost and sometimes it's hard to hear, or it just doesn't have that life, punch, or body. Or you have a bass that feels thin and lacks that fat, full tone. If you've ever thought, why does my mix sound flat compared to pro tracks? This is probably the reason. The solution. A compressor can change the entire character of a sound. By reshaping and manipulating a waveform, you can make flat, boring drums sound punchy and upfront. Or you can take a thin synth or bass part and make it sound fat and full. Now, maybe you want both. You want punch and fullness. You want to have your cake and eat it too. This is where parallel compression comes in, combining both punch and fullness creatively to bring a dull and lifeless track to life again. When I discovered parallel compression, I remember thinking, wow, this is like cheating. It's like having the best of both worlds. These tone shaping techniques can transform a boring signal into something vibrant, exciting, and full. Problem number 3, disconnected and disjointed sounds. You've recorded drums, bass, guitars, vocals in different times and in different spaces. Now they sound like separate tracks, not one tight unit or band. If you've ever had a track that sounds like 5 different strangers playing in 5 separate rooms, this is the fix. The solution. By placing a single compressor over a group of instruments, for instance, like an entire drum bus, you can make them breathe together. That subtle shared movement glues the instruments together, creating the illusion that they were performed at the same time and in the same room. That's one of the secrets to a truly professional sound. The next time you reach for a compressor, ask yourself, what problem am I trying to solve? Then ask yourself, which compressor is best for solving that specific problem? Because not all compressors are built the same, and choosing the right one is the key to getting the results that you want. Once you start thinking like this, you'll stop guessing settings and start making intentional, professional sounding choices. Watch my next video on how to pick the right compressor for any track.